Hello my friends, as you can see this is a slightly different video than normal. We have commentary now, we're gonna give it a try. I don't know if this will be a regular feature, but for now it will be. So you will have to get used to hearing my voice, which, small disclaimer, English is not my first language. I speak Spanish. I learned English when I was young, but either way I do have English as a second language pronunciation, I think, and I know the internet can be mean, so let's keep that in mind. Although, let's be fair, I know that right now I'm talking to a boy. There's no one actually watching this video, but it's fun to pretend, and I also need to, fill the silence with something in this video. But let's talk about actually related stuff now. As you can see, this is, or rather as I hope you can see, this is Padme Amidala. I actually found this picture of this dress. I actually think it's a shirt. I turned it into a dress on Pinterest and I just thought that it screamed Padme. So I decided to just draw her in it. I've been trying to actually do the things I want to do a lot of the time, and I think this happens to everyone, but in the case of artists and people who draw, a lot of the time we have division in our head. We don't actually bring it to reality. So I'm trying to start doing that more often. So yeah, I wanted to draw her in the Senate, as I thought it was a very senatorial look. So I wanted to go for a more stern kind of face. I'm not sure I succeeded. Someone called her someone on Blue Sky, because I uploaded this actually quite a while ago. Someone called her Matpal, which hurt my feelings a little bit, because I actually wanted to, I didn't really study Natalie's face features. I have a picture of her up, as you can see, but I did try to emulate it a little bit, but apparently I didn't succeed. Either way, it was fun to do. For now, I don't have anything else to say. I will leave you to enjoy, hopefully. Hello again, hope you didn't forget about me. As you can see here, I'm using a portrait as a reference, mainly for the proportions of the arms and the hands, because as every person who draws knows those are a nightmare. I don't really remember which painting it was. I will try to look it up, and maybe by the time I'm editing this I will have found it. If not, I will make a pinned comment or something. Not that anyone cares or is watching this. I'm actually happy with how the sleeves turn out. At first I made the puffy part quite small, both for the reference I was using and for Padme herself, because we know that if she can have an insane looking dress, she will. So I went and made them a little bigger, and I was worried about the sheer looking sleeves. I think they turn out quite well. These coins, I'm curious. Do you think they jingle? when you walk. They don't seem to be touching each other. I think the only point of contact will be with your body, and so they will not jingle unless you were running. And Padme does a lot of running because of, all the attempts on her life that she goes through. So I can imagine. Let's paint a picture here, a mental one, not the one we are looking at. You are a senatorial aide. Maybe not even that. Maybe you're just a janitor, and you hear off in the distance jingling. It's coins, and then you see her, Padme Amidala, running, sprinting through the halls, assassin down. I actually had to get a whole new brush, in order to do these strings, because at first I was gonna draw them myself, but then I said, why do you make your life harder? There are tools that can do this for you. And so yeah, I found a lasso brush, I think it's called, and much as with the painting, I have horrible memory and I don't remember where I got it from, but if I can find it or a similar one, I will link it in the description. No, the video didn't skip. No, you didn't accidentally forward. I just lost some of the footage. And really, I didn't really lose it so much as I fucked it up, because I actually have the video. It was a 2-hour video of just a black screen. And I think I had an issue because I used the window recording feature on OBS, and while trying to do some stuff on Krita, the drawing program that I use, I had some windows open up, and I think that may have confused OBS and it kept recording a different window. I don't know. I don't really care to know either. The point is that, which is a shame, but it is what it is. So yeah, haircut from flat colors to full render. But now you can see me do the background. I actually used a picture from the movies to do the senatorial pots. At first I was like, I'm not gonna draw the pots, I'm not gonna draw the individual pots. Not only because I just didn't want to, but because it was supposed to be a quick little sketch that kind of went overboard. For a long time I was scared of using mixed media, in this case a digital drawing with a live action photograph. But after getting into Alan Wake, the Alan Wake video game series, I've been actually a really big fan of mixed media. They do it really well, actually the Remedyverse as a whole, and I think it's because they do it so well and so flawlessly that you can just help but fall in love with it. So I'm actually not mad. I actually kind of like it. I want to start drawing full backgrounds because I always do these white voids that I'm sure that people who draw are familiar with. So I actually want to make a whole scene out of it, and this may help when sometimes I just don't have the energy or my skills need a limitation, because that happens, and I think that I need to start being so hard with myself about it and just let it go and see and say, yeah, you can't do this, and that's okay, and we can find a different way to get the idea across. And I think we all should start doing that. And I'm gonna stop throwing self-help quotes to the void.